All right, today we are diving into the Google Data Analytics Certificate and how it can help you become a translator of data, turning all those raw numbers into genuinely smart business decisions. Let's get right into it.
So, picture this. You're a marketing manager, and you are up to your eyeballs in data from 3 different campaigns. You've got overflowing spreadsheets, social media stats pouring in, sales figures, the works. But then your boss walks in and asks a really simple question. So, which one worked best? And you're just stuck. You don't have a clear answer.
And you know what? This happens all the time in business. Companies are collecting just massive amounts of data. But having the data isn't the same as having the answers. This is exactly the problem that data analysis was born to solve.
So who's the hero in this story? Who is the one that cuts through all that noise and finds a clear signal? Well, let me introduce you to the data analyst.
At its heart, a data analyst is a professional problem solver. Think of them as a bridge, the person who connects all that raw, messy data to the actual insights that help a business grow and compete.
And this quote just nails it, really. It highlights the real value of an analyst. They don't just sit in a corner crunching numbers. No, they empower the entire organization, from marketing to finance, so that everyone can make smarter, more confident decisions.
Now, a common question pops up here. Wait, is a data analyst just another name for a data scientist? And the answer is not quite. A data analyst typically focuses on solving current business problems with existing data, like which campaign performed best last quarter. A data scientist, on the other hand, often uses more complex techniques, like machine learning, to build models that predict what's going to happen in the future.
So how do data analysts work their magic? Well, it's not some kind of mysterious art. It's actually a structured, repeatable process. And the Google certificate is built around this 6-phase framework that's basically a roadmap for any data project you can think of.
These 6 phases are ask, prepare, process, analyze, share, and act. This is the Analyst Playbook. It ensures every project is thorough, logical, and actually leads somewhere useful. Let's see how it would have helped our marketing manager, shall we?
Okay, first things first. You have to ask the right questions. For our marketing manager, an analyst would start by defining what worked best even means. Are we talking about the most clicks, the highest revenue, the best return on investment? This step makes sure everyone is on the same page.
Once the question is crystal clear, it's time to gather the raw materials. The analyst would go out and pull data from everywhere: social media, the sales database, budget spreadsheets, and get it all into one place.
Now, this might surprise you, but this is where analysts often spend a ton of their time. Because, let's be honest, raw data is almost always messy. They'd have to fix typos, get rid of duplicate entries, and make sure all the numbers are in the same format. You have to build your analysis on a solid, clean foundation.
Okay, with that clean data ready to go, the real detective work begins. In the analyze phase, the analyst would start digging in, calculating the ROI for each campaign, finding out which one brought in the most valuable customers, basically hunting for the answer to that core question.
Look, an incredible insight is totally useless if no one understands it. This is where the analyst puts on their storyteller hat. Instead of just handing over a crazy-looking spreadsheet, they'd create a simple, clear chart showing that, hey, campaign B had the highest ROI, and here's why. And finally, we get to the payoff. The act phase is where it all comes together. That marketing manager can now confidently take that insight and change their strategy, maybe putting more budget toward campaigns like B in the future. This is where data makes a real-world impact.
So, you've seen the process. Now, how does the Google certificate actually give you the skills and the tools to master it? Let's pull back the curtain on the curriculum and see how it works.
The certificate is split into 8 courses, and they're really designed to take you from a total beginner to a job-ready pro. It starts with the basics in foundations, data everywhere, and then each course builds on that 6-phase process. And it all wraps up with a capstone project where you get to apply everything you've learned to a real-world problem.
And this isn't just about theory, okay? You're going to get your hands dirty with the actual tools that employers are looking for. You'll master spreadsheets, learn SQL to talk to databases, use Tableau to build beautiful visualizations, and even get your feet wet with R and Python to really level up your skills.
To really make it in this field, you've got to speak the language. So let's do a quick lightning round of some of the key terms you absolutely need to know on your data analytics journey.
First up, the big one, data analytics itself.
This is the whole shebang we've been talking about. It's the entire system of turning raw facts and figures into strategic intelligence that a business can actually use. And a massive piece of that process is SQL. Honestly, this is a non-negotiable skill. It's the universal language for pulling and organizing data from huge databases. Think of it as the master key that unlocks all the information you need.
So once you've unlocked that data, you've got to share it in a way people can understand, right? That's data visualization. It's the art of turning complex info into something you can grasp in an instant. It's how you tell a powerful story with your data.
But telling that story comes with a huge responsibility. Data ethics is basically your moral compass. It's all about making sure you handle data with respect, protect people's privacy, and keep things fair and secure.
And finally, who are you doing all this for? This stakeholder. It's so important to remember that data analysis doesn't just happen in a vacuum. You're doing it for people, your stakeholders, to help them hit their goals. Understanding what they need is the foundation of any great project.
So in the end, becoming a data analyst is really about becoming a translator, a storyteller who can find the hidden narrative inside the numbers. The tools are there, the process is there, all to help you listen. So the only question left is, are you ready to start translating?